Hi, I'm Shivam,
Hi, I'm Izzy,
and this is PhoenixChat.
where one of us can read.
Which one?
You
You find
find
out.
out.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of PhoenixChat. So this is part 2 to the episode we just released a few days ago. Please watch part 1 before you watch this episode, or Juliet will come to your house and beat you up. That is a
He'll
fact.
steal all your alcohol. And if you don't have any, then she'll beat you up. Anyway, continue.
Yes. But yeah, so in this week's episode, we wanted to talk a little more about the whys and the hows of how we managed to accomplish everything we did with that last big bar scene.
Mhm.
And so I think the first thing I want to touch on is just how we laid out the scene in general. Because if I go back to my DM notes, the only thing I have is that, like, the bar's name is the Dancing Dryad. Sprout eventually reveals that he's the leader of the Bronze District. And yeah, I think that was oh yeah, and the whole thing with, like, Thomas the Elegant. Those are my 3 bullet points for that entire scene. We end up stretching it out to, like, this extremely interesting, well done, like, 2-hour scene. And basically, like, I think the ways in that worked so well was that I went into it with the mindset of, like, this is just a playground for you guys to just do whatever you want, and I'm just going to, like, yes and the things you do. So I guess, like, with you as a player, like, do you recognize when you're being put into those situations where you can just go, like, crazy and just kind of do whatever you want, and when you need to, like, follow the set path, or like did you, like, kind of know, like, you could kind of do what you wanted here, or like what?
So I knew that, like, this was kind of like a little bit of a filler before we got to the big main event, which we all knew was going to be the ball. So I knew this was like a filler episode, especially with Morgan's birthday. So Shivam and I were talking about this, like, the only way that this party would branch out and do stuff that they wanted to do is if they were in a familiar environment. At least one of them had to be in a familiar environment. If we're out in the middle of the woods, we're not just going to go fuck around because, like, we all need to be alert because there is a threat and there are things out in the woods that could kill us. But here in a bar where there's a lot of people around, a bar especially, which Julia is a fucking barmaid, so, you know, she's familiar with everything. Everyone can relax and kind of do their own thing and interact with one another in more of a relaxed state instead of, like, high tensions, like the world is on our shoulders, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely just, like, having those, like, nice little downtime moments for sure. Like, I think it really adds to narratives, because, like, it definitely grounds you guys and makes, like, the stakes so much higher when the stakes do get, like, insane. And allows you, like, nice little wind downs from those, like, insanely high stakes. Like, the last couple of episodes, like, you guys were in, like, a spooky nightmare dungeon, and so having this nice little wind down where you guys could just, like, talk about things in character, establish, like, your relationships, grow, like, a little bit bond, I think it really helps and adds to the narrative as a whole. Let's see. Yeah, so do you have, like, I guess, of an idea of, like, how you want to, like, approach the relationships and stuff like that with, like, the fellow party members and stuff like that? Because, like, there was good scenes and stuff like that with, like, Morgan and Juliet and Essen and Boondock. Do you, like, kind of go into it, like, knowing how you want that, like for example, like, Morgan and Juliet have a very good, like, big sister little brother relationship. Did you just kind of know going into it that's what it would be, or do you just like, try things out until you find something that fits?
I kind of try things out based on, like, what I know of the character. So, like, if Morgan was more super chaotic, and then they would be more like partners in crime. But because he's more of, like, the protagonist, and he has, like, you know, a very good moral compass that became like big sister, little brother kind of thing. So with the whole babe quest, she literally just wants the best for Morgan because like Morgan has never given her a reason to like doubt him or anything. So, so that's why the whole babe quest thing happened, and the fact that they drank together and stuff like was an awesome moment. Because like I swear we need more moments between those two because they're fucking hilarious together.
Yeah,
and it's not like as tension filled as like if Boondock and Juliet were to drink together. It'd be really weird. Like not weird, but like
it's like drinking with your dad. Like
yeah,
there's just like unspoken like expectation there, you know.
Yeah. Versus, you know, let's drink with my little brother. Let's fucking get sloshed together. Like, you know, it's more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I definitely do enjoy seeing like those kinds of like relationships and bonds you guys have like built up. With that, we should probably talk about Babe Quest. So, first things first, Babe Quest was a completely improvised scene. Like, there was nowhere in my notes that like Tansy was going to appear, and like this whole like thing with like with Morgan's flirting and stuff like that, and everyone wingmanning him. Completely out of left field. But I guess like, so do you have like an idea going into it, like how you're going to approach this sort of problem, and like how you're going to like add to the scene? Yeah, because like because what I normally do is like I wait for you guys to give me like the threads of like the hows and whats of what you want to do, and I just try to like support that. I think it's kind of up to you guys to like make those kind of quote unquote interesting scenes, because I'm just the one reacting to what you guys are giving me.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I felt bad because like it would be Essen and me going to the ball, and now Sprout and Boone not going to the ball. Hops would probably go with us as the parents. What's Morgan gonna do? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hook my man Morgan up and let's find him a date. And it was just literally, I posted a meme on our Discord channel. Like, what is the thing that you put into your what is the bad trait that you put into your D&D character? Mine is impulsiveness. Making rash decisions, because that's what I do sometimes. And so that's all I do when I play Julia, is make like impulsive decisions. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna find a girlfriend right here, right now. I'm like, where's the hottest babes in the land in this fucking bar?
The hottest babes in the land.
Bring them
scouring near and far. Only the best for like Morgan.
Morgan for Cinderella. Like, we must find the best babes in the land.
God.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And just kind of playing off that scene and like supporting it, like I definitely didn't have like a good idea of like what Tansy was going to do in like the story, and like how what she was like going to be a part of. But then like Morgan kind of playing it up as like Morgan being extremely bad at flirting, and like he's just like way too honest and naive. I realized like that I think when I establish characters, I try to just like make them foils off of like other characters. So with like Morgan being like naive but sweet, I think I wanted Tansy to be a lot more like competent, so she could like play off of like Morgan's sweet naiveness.
That I thought Morgan's player was just like that naturally, but then when we started playing other campaigns with him, he is a fucking Chad. When it comes to other characters, I'm like, bro, the fuck, who are you? You're not the same.
Yeah, no. Because Morgan's definitely quiet and sweet, and so we just thought like, oh, that's how the player is. He's just a quiet player. But no, like, he's just extremely good at playing a character. Oh my god.
Ass. That's all I'm gonna say. That's fuck.
Oh my god. But yeah, so just that creating characters that just play off of your PCs and really like bring out the best traits and the worst traits. And plus also too, like the line where like you're stupid and I like that in a man, like That one just felt right for Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
That one, like...
Absolutely.
That was the one trait where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is exactly what, like, I'm basing the personality around.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Going off of that point, so, there was a lot of flirting in this arc, and especially this bar scene. Yeah, pretty much everyone besides Hops flirted with someone, so, like, yeah, so, yeah, I guess, like, establishing, because I know, like, a lot of people, like, don't have it in their games, like, period, and that's a perfectly valid, like, take to have, but, like, we feel like we have, like, a mature enough group, and we all know each other well enough that we've been able to kind of do it, but, like, if you want to introduce it in your group, like, if you want to go over, like, the things we've done to make sure that everything's, like, safe and healthy in our table.
So basically, consent is key. That is what I'm going to put out at the very beginning. Like, we always ask each other, like, hey, is this okay? Like, when Essen and Juliet starting to have, like, a budding relationship, their player messaged me, and I messaged them, like, hey, are we good with doing this? And we're both like, yeah, this is cool. We'll do this, whatever. Because I had no intentions for anything like that to happen. And then it just happened. We're like, you know what? It's cool. And then I'm the one who brought up this idea to Shivam about Thomas the Elegant. Like, Essen and Juliet don't exactly have a solid, like, yes, we're dating relationship yet. It's just been kind of like flirty here and there, like, you know, haha. And with how, like, self-conscious and, you know, her self-esteem issues Juliet has, it's hard for her to understand that Essen does want to be with her. So I'm like, you need to create some tension. Why don't we add a third man and get the shit going? So, first of all, I'd like to say I am a simp. I will put that on the table right now. I will admit it. For Tom Hiddleston. Thomas fucking Hiddleston. That is why his name is Thomas. Because I fucking love that man. Like, the Loki series coming out, fucking ready. Anyway.
Yeah. And then I made Thomas as, like, as opposite as fucking Loki as I could be.
Cries. Anyway.
Here's the thing. If I actually made him like Tom Hiddleston and gave him that fucking Loki vibe, like, I feel like Juliet, I want it to be something where it's like no contest between like which two you're going to pick and who you actually like. I think if I actually introduced like this Loki-like character, Juliet would have been like, ooh, I don't know.
Like, tension. Tension. Anyway.
Oh my god.
So, when the whole Thomas the Elegant thing happened, I'm the one who gave Shivam the idea, and I even asked Essence Player about it, because I'm like, hey, what if we do that? And she was like, absolutely, let's fucking do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And that's also what I really just, like, enjoy about this group, is that, like, you guys come to me and say, like, hey, I want a problem for my character because I think it's going to be interesting for the narrative. It will be actively, like, something that's, like, it has negative consequences in the future, but I want them for my character because, like, it makes the story good. And, like, you guys being able to do that really just, like, helps the narrative as a whole, because, like, it's not just me telling the story at this point, it's all of you guys helping me out with it, and I, like, trust all of you guys to give, like, your input in on that story. But yeah, no, but, like, as a player, I honestly think one of the best things you can do for your DM is, like, giving them ideas for, like, problems and storylines that you want for your character.
Makes things easier.
Yes, for sure. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, speaking of Thomas, my other original idea for him, when we're kind of, like, spitballing ideas, is that, like, you sent me a picture of this, like, very, like, gothic-looking man, and so my immediate first thought was, like, a very, like, Strahd-esque vampire character, where, like, yes, you can do this whole thing, but, like, if you piss him off, now you have, like, an active vampire who now hates your guts.
You know, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. I end up changing it because, like, well, you guys will see in the future, but, like, That could have been how that storyline ended up shaking out, is that you guys had to fucking kill a vampire simp.
Could you imagine? I think Essen
Oh,
would have
man.
fucking enjoyed every single bit of that. But
Mhm.
that's just me.
Yeah, no. I feel like Essen at that point would have just like fucking leaned into the fucking like vampire hunter trope, just been
Yes,
so
yes,
fucking
yes,
ready for that
yes.
shit. Doing
Bro,
his
I would've
fucking
died.
doing his fucking Trevor cosplay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh man, that would have been choice. Yeah, so moving on to Sprout. Right. That was the big reveal of this session. That was something that I've been sitting on. Sprout definitely has matured from like just this really goofy fucking like himbo out in the middle of nowhere to like a proper character now. And so like now that I kind of figured that out, like I realized like, oh, I really want Sprout to be the Bronze District Leader, because I think like that's a fucking hilarious reveal and you guys would have never seen it come. It's first of all, you absolutely didn't see it coming, did you?
Oh, I had no idea. And then when you said it, I was like, you piece of shit.
Oh man.
I was
so
thinking
guess
we
more-
had to go find like some ancient, like, I don't know, turtle looking dude. Because, like, I don't know. I was like,
Fucking
where the
Oogway.
fuck are we gonna find this guy? Exactly. I was thinking, oh, we gotta go find fucking Oogway because he's missing or some shit. I was like, God, we gotta spend a long time in Soliana, don't we? No, this fucker's right here.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I think that's why it works so well, is that like as soon as I said the words Bronze District Leader, you guys definitely had like a clear pictures in your minds of like what
Yes.
that meant. And as soon as I like revealed that like it was Sprout, like it changed like the mental picture of it so much from what you were
Mhm.
thinking. Yeah, and I think that's like if you want to do like plot twists and stuff like that, I think just play off the player's expectations and then just
Mhm.
like zag on them when they say that they will like have a certain thing like they think is planned. Yeah, don't do this all the time, because if you keep like doing like the opposite of what they'd expect, and eventually they're going to expect the opposite. But like having this kind of twist every so often is a really easy thing for DMs to do, to add that nice cool like reveal moment into the game. Yeah, and then speaking of reveals, so last thing I wanted to touch on. So I think you guys all knew like some shit was going to go down at the ball. Like
Oh, absolutely.
some shit was going to go down.
Like, I will tell you right now, I will tell all of you right now, we made a fear little DM thing against
Oh my
Shivam.
God.
Like, it's literally
Mhm.
called fear because we were all like, okay, if this happens, we're gonna try and do this. If this happens, we're gonna try and do this. None of us had any idea what exactly was gonna be entailed.
Anyways, do you have any other like predictions you did want to say about like what happened, what you think was going to happen at the ball and stuff like that?
I knew that Boondock was probably gonna heavily lead us in this. Like, I know that Juliet had a really high charisma, but so does Boondock. And since Boondock is more respect than anybody, any of our party members at the guild, with the guild, they would have more of a say with like convincing people to give us money. So I knew that we had to rely mostly on Boondock for that. I knew that. But what I didn't realize is how key Juliet, I guess, fucking pulled out. And Hops. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
I think everyone really like ended up contributing. Actually, I think Morgan was just too busy enjoying the ball, but besides that, everyone ended up like really contributing to it.
Morgan deserves to enjoy the ball, okay? After
Yeah.
everything he went through.
Oh man. I mean, so yeah, do you want to like say some things about the fear group chat, any predictions you guys had and the like?
Okay, so all I did was I made a fear chat, right? And I was like, okay, this is the plan squad to make a plan for scoping out the ball. I'm sus of the masks. And all of us were like, yes, everybody is sus of the mask. And then Morgan's player was like, we may be tunnel visioning on the masks. So I'm like, okay, so if Boondock and Juliet go for the masks, I'm gonna see if Hops and Morgan can scope out everyone else while they're distracted. And then I was like, well, what if the masks are red herrings? And then fucking Boondock's player was like, maybe it's just a fun ball, and all of us is like, no. Absolutely not. Oh, it was the reverse chariot. That is what I pulled.
Oh, yeah. What does reverse chariot mean?
Yeah, 1 sec. I do not remember off the top of my head. Basically, the reverse chariot means lack of direction, scattered energy, and self-doubt.
Self-doubt. Yeah, right. The self-doubt one really got me because I'm like, maybe you guys are overthinking it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Y'all went absolutely feral because, like, we play, like, weekly, and, like, you guys were freaking out about the ball.
Well, yeah, let's introduce this important ball that all of us have to be at, all of the important people have to be at, and not, like, do anything. It could just be a fun little ball, because, things like this happen all the time. Yeah, okay. Okay, Shivam. I see how it is.
Oopsies.
Oopsies, okay.
Oh, man. But yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite arcs to run. Just, like, I'm still really proud of that bar scene, because, like, you guys just role-playing amongst yourselves with little to no input from me was just extremely good and fun to see. And, like, I'm really excited for... I believe at the end of the recap next week, I should have all the proper reveals and secrets of this arc. I get
to yell at Shivam.
Yeah, and after that is going to be just a solid Phoenix chat where Izzy just screams at me, so look forward to that one.
Yes. So, I would like to point out something. So we're going to start a new campaign here pretty soon. And I'm going to be playing a character called Indigo. And I used to play guy characters all the fucking time because I was so comfortable doing it because, like, I don't know, it's nice to, like, also be included with males, without them hitting on my character because it's weird. Back in the day. So I normally played males. Well, I decided to play a female, right? But Indigo is my first male character I played with Shiva. And he is a notorious fucking flirt.
God.
Like, it's gonna be bad. So, I always just say session 0 is very, very important with understanding how everybody's comfort level is with their different things, whether that be like romance or gore or anything like that. And in this group, everyone seems okay with it. And not even if I know they're okay with it, none of them have actually seen me, like, become a Chad before.
God.
Because all of the characters I play, like Juliet, she's a tsundere. Nina, she's just a himbo who somehow got a fucking harem without me even fucking trying. Sandriana's just like the mom character. So this is the first time in front of everybody I'm going to be playing a flirtatious character, and I told him straight up, I'm like, if I become too much, please let me know because I will.
God.
So, if in case you or anybody you know is going to be playing a flirtatious character, and at any point you feel comfortable, please do not sit and suffer in silence. Please say something because, like, more than enough times they'll probably be like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. I'll just back off. But if it becomes too creepy, that thing is called toxic. So let's not do that. That is my PSA.
Yeah. And more on to that, like, respect if anyone's uncomfy. Don't make them give, like, reasons or anything like that. If someone says they're uncomfy, just take them at their word for it and just move on. All right. Taking us out here then. A special thank you to our patrons, Modgoth, Nyquil Dreamer, and Spicy Turntable. You guys help us make more content and keep inspiring us to make better content. If you want to help support us, our Patreon's linked in the description. I would actually advise to check it out if you really want to, because if you are subscribed to it, you're going to get to see previews of one of our upcoming series, the Keepers of Order animatic, which is very much well under production, and I'm very excited to hopefully, like, get out some episodes for you guys, maybe near, like, the end of summer-ish, I'm hoping. Yeah. Izzy, you want to take us out with a fun fact?
Yes. So, did you know that Boondock is a Libra? PhoenixChat. There it be.